when the first cut comes about and you've survived, there is a tremendous rush of adrenaline. There's a tremendous sense of, I've made it. But then very, very quickly, it turns right around and you recognize, but I've got another one to go. I've still got a task ahead of me. And that's a lot of emotion to have to deal with.
You just gotta be thankful that you made it this far. And you know, so the only thing you gotta do is just continue to keep working and try to improve so you won't get cut on the next one. You just gotta put that in the back of your head and not try to worry about that, because if you keep your mind on that, then you know, you won't be able to perform to your best.
There was a few guys that I really wanted to talk to. I never really had a chance to speak to them. It seemed like as soon as everything went down and they were cut, they just disappeared.
Everybody knows that it's gonna happen to somebody, and you know, we just gotta go out there and do your best. I mean, it sucks. I mean, it sucks. It's straight up. I mean, you can't go around it. It sucks.
I think it's really evident, you know, throughout camp, all the guys that have gone away, that people leave here.
This is a final week. You know, you either gonna make it or you're not. So you just gotta be able to be one of those guys that make it.
The numbers say it's still some guys that's gonna be heading out of here, so think about it every day.
If you're thinking about getting cut, then that's the only thing that's gonna be on your mind. It's gonna stress you out, and you're not gonna be able to play. I praise God if I don't make the club, but you know, if I do, shoot, come out here, get an apartment, and, you know, start my life in Baltimore, and start my life as a Raven, and hopefully I can, you know, help the team, hopefully win another championship.
The logistics of moving camp here and then moving it back to Owings Mills are huge. This is no different than an army. You can have the most brilliant strategies and tactics in the world, much like a military leader can. But if you don't have people where they're supposed to be, communication lines open, physically being able to move the things you need to have moved from one location to the next, nothing can bring the organization to a total stop more readily than a screw-up logistically. And you don't have a lot of time. So it takes literally an army of people to make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be and ready to go so that the players don't have to miss a beat.
Housekeeping.
Life in the NFL for a lot of young players really is about hotel rooms, buses. The circumstances that most people know is not real comfortable. For the young players, they're in a situation they've never been before. Now it's time to become a real adult. Go find a place to live. Start your life. They'll move from this Best Western on the edge of this campus to now back to our Owings Mills facility in the Hilton Gardens.
Thank you. Mr. Missouri, I'll just need you to initial your departure date and rate and sign at the bottom of the X, please.
They're kind of getting pushed out into the real world at a time when they're very, very vulnerable physically, emotionally, mentally.
I'm sorry, sir, your card was declined. I'm sorry.
It's an eventful week at best.
This is almost like home now. The vets get to go to their nice big houses and apartments, and we go to another hotel.
I'm going to move in with Ed Hartwell, my college teammate linebacker. I could stay up in the Hilton with all the rest of the rookies, but I don't want to make, you know, any decisions right now because, I mean, I don't know my status.
Glad you came home. I'll be right here all by myself.
Hey, Joe. World. Ed Hartwell's dad.
How you doing?
Hey. Hi, Todd.
Hey, Mom.
I missed you.
Missed you
Good
too.
to see you. You're home. How was camp? Good now.
It's over. First one under my belt.
I prepared today for baked potatoes, fresh salad, steak with a little gravy over it, and some homemade toast.
And a cake.
And a cake. He loves his sweets.
I had my home cooked meal, and we just talked. And she asked me how I've been doing, what's going on, how I'm feeling, or whatever. And to just have that conversation with my mom almost every other day, it's probably the greatest thing that was probably going in my life.
Did you work hard today?
I was tired today. My body was tired.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Everybody was saying I'm country, putting steak on bread.
I know it. You better slow down. You got food all on your face. Mm-hmm. All up here on this side.
That's the way you eat.
Yeah, that's the way you eat.
When y'all didn't have home cooked meals and y'all didn't have a way out when you was younger, she made a way out of no way. You know, and That's why when I step on the field on Sundays, I feel like I make a play when there is no play, because I know she made a way when there was no way.
At 10 years old, she came in from work one day and I said, Mom, one of these days, I'll make sure you don't never have to work again.
I said, boy, get out my face. You know what you're talking about. And then when the draft did come, my answer was no. No, I don't care how much money you're making. Education is #1 with me. And everybody tried to talk to me, and it took me a while, and I didn't want them to do it.
Because my mom used to work so much, she never really saw me really get my groove on the field. And I used to always come in and say, Mom, guess what I did? And she used to be like, okay, that's good. But now my mom, every Sunday for her is Mother's Day. My mother sees what I do. That's what my passion. And people see my energy and be like, where do you get it from? It's because I know she's in my press box. I know she's watching.
And my team look for me as that spark plug, as that Energizer bunny that just keeps going. Like when I come out of the tunnel on game day, it's like, here he comes. It's like everybody's sitting there saying, you gonna do it today, you gonna do it today.
Y'all wanna see where I get my dance from?
Don't go there.
Mom.
Don't go there, Ray.
Mom,
don't go there, Ray.
Mom, show me where I get my dance from.
No, that was back in the day.
She don't want to show y'all.
No, I used to be a dancer now. I had my time.
She a Christian now, so she don't do a lot of stuff.
When I step on the field, I know who I'm representing. And my energy and my passion, even when I'm tired, to just see my mother smile because her baby made a play is what all my hard work paid off.
Can't believe you had me believing there was a Santa Claus.
Where's the baby?
Our baby's over there, that one over there.
See right over there? Wave hi to the baby. You like that? You got a baby sister. What's her name?
Say Ava.
Ava.
Saragusa.
I like baby.
So does it look like she had a baby 4 hours ago?
No.
Isn't that ridiculous? Some of them women over there were picking their babies up. They had their babies yesterday, and they look like they got hit by a truck. Samantha, now Ava's... Well, no cell phones in this building.
Congratulations, man. How about that? Everything go okay? Great. No complications or difficulties?
Everybody's great. Little girl, Ava, I got to call you back.
All right, congratulations. All right.
Baby okay?
Yeah. Everything's great. Everything's great.
This is our baby. We didn't get this at Toys R Us either. Hey, see? Maybe Shannon Sharp will believe me now that I've had a baby. You can obviously see, right? Shannon.
Now, some of you young people, I can tell right now, have decided you're not going to make this team by the way you're practicing. You're missing an opportunity. I told you there's going to be 3 or 4 guys that make this team on special teams. And based on what we did last week, I don't have a clue who those 4 or 5 are going to be yet. So it's wide open. It is wide open. Don't think for a second it's not. Okay? Don't eliminate yourself from the process. Make sure you're clear on that. All right, find your coaches. Receivers and backs, you're on the ball machine until I tire of it.
Mizzou, use your hands and pass rush. What are you pushing on him? Get some work, get better.
Dwayne has to show that he can sustain a certain energy level, not try to do too much.
Mama Missouri just blocked you with a wideout.
Sometimes Dwayne is a little lackadaisical. He needs to pick up his pace, to be honest.
Probably, if anything, I would probably want to see out of him is more fire, more of wanting to get there, more of wanting to be good. Now, it's like he got this relaxed mode of, okay, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm trying to do. No. Go full speed ahead. Play football.
He's a talented guy. He's a smart guy. He went to Northwestern. You can't be stupid to get in that school. But if he wants to really make this team, he needs to go out to his last game and plays balls out.
Any positions that you're particularly looking at? There's some competition going on between a Kelly Gregg and a Dwayne Missouri on the defensive line. There's some competition going on at the DB position between Porter, Waddell, DeStefano. The names I just mentioned will make this team because we see a special teams presence as opposed to what they're going to do offensively or defensively.
Reggie, go down there. You return this one. Reggie Waddell's a returner. Let's go.
I think Reggie's got a chance, and it'll be my job to make sure that he's doing things for us that he's going to have the best opportunity to be successful at.
Reggie has had to overcome the fact that he's smallish for a corner, and he's got to play bigger than his size.
He speaks fearfully. He speaks like it's more of just knowing what he has to do. To be good in our defense is knowing the defense, knowing where your partner is beside you, knowing how to take your game to another level, not just where to line up.
Come on, we gotta know, we can't guess. We're guessing, Reggie, you gotta know.
Reggie really has to concentrate this week. He really does. He's played 2 games now. He really has to concentrate and get it all figured out. It's a lot easier to play a football game when you know what you're doing.
If anybody would have been telling me I would have been doing this a year ago, I would have called them crazy. I taught at ECO multi-purpose center during the day. I bounced during the night. I always stayed ready because, I always knew I was going to get the opportunity. And when Coach Lewis gave me the opportunity, I was ready.
How many games did the Lakers beat the 76ers in? The best out of what?
I miss the kids a lot. I think about them all the time. They grew on me, and I grew to love them, and I think they grew to love me. I feel, if I do make the team, I can give back in a different capacity. A player, you have, a certain amount of credibility when you go back to the community. So I think I could do a lot more for the kids now than I could back then.
Kenny, let the back run. Close left, Kenny, close left. Come on, Kenny, you're coming, Kenny. God damn it, we don't know what the hell we're doing.
But I hope I'll be able to buy my brother that Corvette. I rate it pretty high. I think he'll be getting it. I'm still here. I'm still sticking around.
Come on, Kenny, you're not working. Kenny, let's go. Do it again, Kenny and Calvin. Do it again.
I think Kenny's chances at this time are remote. He just doesn't have a lot of football sense. We're trying to cram 4 years or 3 years worth of football into 3 or 4 weeks, and it's difficult for him.
Kenny, on oversing, right here. On oversing 63, if there's 2 tight ends and you're on the ball, you're inside leverage on that second tight end.
Inside leverage on the second one? Okay.
Now listen to me. Run, close ground inside out, and keep an inside leverage. It's the same as what you got to do on kickoff return when you're a blocker.
He's got to show up, be a special teams ace. On Friday, I want to look out on that first kickoff and see him run down, run right through somebody and blow up the returner, make a big play. And then the next time he's up, I want to see him do it again.
Turn, arms, run with the arms. Don't be sticking no hand out. Oh, is he a dumbass? Hey, Reg, let's go.
Let's have some fun with it.
One snap at a time. There you go. Y'all got it down now. There you go.
Let's go, babe.
Oh, this just ain't gonna be my day, huh? See that already.
30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. 30, 30, 30.
I'm the nickel.
It was about time to just let it all loose.
Pass! Outside, Reggie! That's it, wrap up, good.
After that, I was just like, man, okay, here we go. Just felt relaxed. During the whole game, I wasn't nervous about anything, just relaxed. I guess that's why I played so well.
Come on, Pete! God damn it!
The one where I came across from the right side all the way to the left side of the field, I was telling myself, take it to the house, take it to the house. If I just took one more step, just cut outside, and I noticed it, I would have had nothing but the sideline.
Yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about.
Running, jogging behind the guy.
The receiver was running an in route, and I was on top of it, and then he gave me a little push, and then started going to the sideline, and all I'm thinking is like, oh man, I gotta get to him,
God damn it, Reggie! Why are you running behind him?
I just want to play, establish myself as somebody that's dependable, establish myself as a great special teams player and as a hitter. Somebody's going to go out there and hit somebody every play.
Oh, another timeout? Gosh almighty, that's a lot of beer, Larry. That's selling a lot of beer, man. Every time we look up, it's a timeout.
More than anything, I just felt pressure to perform. Not necessarily thinking about the bubble or the cut or anything else. I just knew I wanted to go out and make plays.
Dwayne, Missouri! Right there. Okay, here we go, Dwayne. Let's go, get AJ.
It was probably like my first, second full series. Came around the corner, got a good jump on the guy, got a nice strip on the ball.
Back to throw, pressure, ball's loose, and the Giants recover.
Break your goddamn virginity right there, buddy. That's a sack. Good job.
I saw the guy that I was going against, and I just knew right away I had to do something against him. I looked at the ball. We kind of knew they were passing, from the situation, and I just jumped on it.
Palmer, the rookie, back to throw. He is sacked. Ball is loose. Kelly Gregg has it. Picks it up. He's going to score a touchdown.
Kelly scored.
Kelly Gregg with a touchdown. He already had an interception. Dwayne, Missouri hit Palmer. He forced the fumble, and he's getting mobbed by his teammates on the sideline. This guy is a player. You got to keep this kid around.
Billick's got to be very happy with what's happened today. This is a nice way to end this preseason on the winning note, to get that attitude up. Everybody's got a good, warm, fuzzy feeling.
Come on, so we can get out of here. Got to beat the Orioles. Here we go, here we go. Now, just for the record, preseason or otherwise, I much prefer that. Just so you know, a lot more fun. We've come through a hell of a time. The prime directive, the main thing we've always focused on, has not changed. But it is all about now the regular season. The minute that gun went off, it's 0-0 across the board. Let's first pare down, and I'll solicit comments as we go on the lower end guys as we get to 53, to begin with Gaines, Hughley, and Howell to start out with. Anybody advocating they should somehow be on the active roster? The biggest fear that you have is because of circumstances, because of opportunity, because of inexperience, you're letting a very good young player go. The league is replete with the history of a Johnny Unitas that gets cut and goes on to the Hall of Fame. You don't want to miss on a good football player. But unfortunately, there's a number that you have to get to. That puts us at 54 as an active 53 roster right now, notwithstanding what's out there, what might still happen. What comes back to the defensive side, let me hear discussions about Waddell, DeStefano, and Missouri.
Best player out of that is Waddell.
Better than Missouri, better than DeStefano.
I don't see anything right now. To me, Dwayne Missouri is a candidate for the developmental squad. Do we have Missouri in the 53?
Right now he is. Correct.
Let me say this. It was 9 defensive linemen taken in the first round, 19 in the first 2 rounds. At some point, we're going to need a 3rd or 4th or 5th defensive lineman, and it's going to be a lot harder to go find that guy than it is a defensive back.
We'd like to keep Missouri, but right now, let's focus initially on Waddell and DeStefano. Either one show anything, any chance of getting to your 47.
Both do some things well, but Reggie's a perimeter player, and he does that pretty good.
Reggie's got value right now, and every time he gets in a football game, he plays better, and he's trained to give us a lot of versatility, and right now that's what I need, because shit, I got a bunch of walking wounded, and shit can happen fast. And then my next question is, who's going to be the backup punt returner if Jermaine goes down? He's got the ability to go in, okay, and get us out of a game, at 2 different spots. I mean, in my mind, Waddell's got value because of the versatility that he shows, and when the game's on, he plays his best football.
So who comes off? Missouri?
Having a guy like Waddell on the practice squad, if it gets to that point, is a value, because he knows what to do. He could be, he could be in the meetings during the week, and he could be activated for the games. I mean, he's a perfect practice squad guy.
So there's your 53 right there. So there's not a lot of decisions have to be made based on that. The wild card is the running back situation, if one comes available in one form or fashion. Every one of these guys needs to come back at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
Right.
Cook, Kernack, Hughley, Hambrick, Burrows, Barnes, Gaines, Howell, Thompson, DiStefano, Missouri, and Waddell.
Right.
Just to lay out to them what the situation is.
Welcome to Verizon's voice messaging.
Yeah, Brian, this is Joe Torre. I know it's only been 2 months or something since I was supposed to call you back. I just want to wish you luck for the season. Give me a call. I know you're probably busier than I am right now. We'd just like to chat with you a little bit. That's it.
Message erased.
The tension, the anxiety is palpable. I mean, you can feel it. You know it exists.
Jim, I sent me to come get you. Go see Coach Billy. You got your playbook?
You try to be compassionate about it, understanding what they're going through. Like anything, like any execution, you'd like for it to be swift and merciful in that regard. And that's what we try to do. Yeah, Jim Cornett, how you doing, man? First off, we appreciate everything that you did coming in.
How many more you got to go get? He don't know, see.
I don't know. Hey, Billy, I take you up to see Coach Billy. Dave, I take you guys up to see Coach Billy.
Okay.
So, hey, Ryan. What's going on? Yeah, they came. They told me to bring you up to see Coach.
All right.
It's still worth going after because I think there could be a future there that way. Okay?
Yeah.
I appreciate everything you did. Appreciate the effort. You're a good young man.
Yeah, I was. Looking for me?
Huh?
Looking for me?
No. No, I don't think that's something you'll ever have to worry about.
Let me lay out to you the process and some of the potentials for you here.
Corey, I gotta take you up.
Grab a seat there, Corey. You know, it's not my place to tell you you can't play in this league.
You got your playbook?
Let me lay out to you some of the potentials for you here. Kind of what I'm telling the other guys. It's not my place to tell you you can or can't play.
Okay. I gotta take you up to see Coach Billy. You did a good job. Right here. Coach?
Yeah, come on in. Okay. So, first, I want to thank you for all that you've done. At some point, you're going to have to make a decision that I'm done chasing this thing. I'm going to move on. I don't know now is that time. You know, you clearly have the athletic ability. Now, at some point, now or in the distant future, you're going to have to decide, do I continue to do this thing or not? But I'm here to tell you that I, in my opinion, for whatever that's worth, you can play in the National Football League. And I'd continue to maybe to chase that. But again, that's something that you're going to have to decide. What if football were to be done? What would you do? Are you interested in teaching, or?
Actually, I was going back to law school. I started criminal justice, so I was going to go.
Good for you. But you have that athleticism. You have that fire for the game. I just wish we'd had more time, or I wish circumstances were different where we could help you develop that a little bit further.
I appreciate that.
Okay. Been great having you around. You're a good man. You've done a good job for us, and we'll see where this thing pans out. All right, come on in, Tim. How you doing, man? Grab a seat. Tough day for you, I know.
Hey, Kenny, how you doing? I've got you on an American flight at 1:22 this afternoon that connects to Chicago into Los Angeles at 5:23. Okay, here's the itinerary. It's an electronic ticket, so you're all set to go. Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you. Bye-bye.
I want these individuals to stay here with me. As you know, the cut-down date isn't actually until tomorrow. There's some times and situations I want to make you all aware of. Everybody in this room, in our opinion, has the ability to make this roster, at the very least, developmental squad. Okay, that's the good side. Now, between now and 4 o'clock tomorrow, obviously not everybody in this room can be there because we just flat run out of numbers. So what I'm trying to get across to you is that there's no reason for you not to be here until 4 o'clock on Monday, until we can tell you definitively whether you're on the practice squad or not. Does everybody understand what I'm saying about that? So now, you're, as of 3 or 4 o'clock tomorrow, if you're not on the active roster, you are technically waived.
When he started talking about the situation, though, waive this and could move here and come back there and all of that, that's when I started to think about it, and I was like, man, I really don't want to leave here.
Good luck, fellas.
Good luck. Got y'all's number, man. I hit you.
Yeah, I got your number. Good luck, Pete. Thanks, man.
And I'll make sure you know that you're either active roster or this is our plan. You're one of the 5 guys for developmental squad. I wish I could make it quicker. It's sitting there with the guillotine hanging there, and it's come down about halfway and stopped. And that's not a good place to be, but I don't know how else to do that. So try to enjoy yourself as you can. Try to get some sleep tonight. I know that's a hard thing to do.
Tomorrow is going to be the final cut. So I'm just, waiting for tomorrow to see what happens.
Just be in the building at 3 o'clock and we'll go from there. Okay?
Dad, have you received any items from an unknown person? Any strangers touch your luggage? No.
All right, guys. Appreciate you dealing with all this. At 4 o'clock, as I told you, we're going to waive virtually everybody in this room with the exception of Reggie and Dwayne, who will initially be on the active roster.
When he finally said it, Reggie and Dwayne, you two going to go into the 53 active list, I was like, oh, thank you, Lord.
Sweetie, I made it.
Thank you, sweetie. I am so happy for you.
Thank you, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, dog, they handed out that final roster, and your boy got a spot.
You want that bitch?
Yeah, dog. I'm a Raven, man.
Dad.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, man, sitting here watching TV. What are you doing?
Nothing. I made the team.
Oh, you made it?
Yep.
All right, then.
Yes.
Y'all did all your cuts?
Yep. Did all our cuts.
Oh, that's all right, man. I'm really proud to hear that. Yeah, you made it.
Tell her thank you.
Here, make this toast. Congratulations, sweetheart. There you go.
Congratulations, Dwayne. Welcome to your new home.
Fam knows, fiance knows, my roomie knows, I knows, the world knows. So Hard Knock Life, see you later. Deuce to you. Y'all have a good life.
Peace out.
Bye.
It's a graduation picture. These guys indeed are graduating from the School of Hard Knocks. But like most graduations, it really isn't a signification of an end, but it really truly is a beginning.
That's when the family for 2001 comes together. We've spent the last month trying to sort through, trying to install the system, trying to learn about each other, trying to figure out what players are going to be here. That's the family that we're going to have to lean on and support and lift up and take into this season.
Some players belong on the team, and some players don't belong on the team.
It's everything that I've expected. And as you take that picture and you look at the people that you're going to be playing with, you'll anticipate the season that we're all anticipating and look back and see the players that you played with to win the championship.
Okay, if everyone will look right at the camera, I'm going to take 12 shots here, change magazines, and take 6 more, okay?
I think that's the biggest thing. The friends that I met, the Ray Lewises, the Rod Woodsons, that's something that no matter what, they can never take that away from me. Never, ever. And I just enjoy being around the guys. But I realize I don't have much left. I don't want to hang on just for the sake of hanging on. I just don't want to hang on just for the sake of another paycheck. The game has been too good to me. And so I think I owe the game that much to leave while I still have something left. I'm going to leave a year earlier instead of a year later.
I mean, I just love this game. I've been playing this game since I've been 9 years old. When I came in this league in 1987 for the Steelers, I didn't have a point to prove to anybody but to myself that I can play in this league and I can play at a high level year in and year out and be consistent through 16 games. I mean, and that's what I have to prove again to myself every single year, that I can compete with these guys that were 7, 8 years old when I was playing in '87. We would definitely like to repeat and be a Super Bowl champion again this year. But for me individually, it's the person I look in the mirror every single day that I have to prove a point to.
I made it. I made it. I didn't put the work in. I didn't finally reach one of my goals. You know, I'm just gonna be happy. I'll probably be smiling on the pictures, big Kool-Aid smiles. You know, just gonna be so excited, you know, just to be on a team picture with the Baltimore Ravens. Gosh.
I'm gonna feel great. I mean, it's just good because you made it. You're on the team, so to be able to, you know, actually call myself a Baltimore Raven and know that I'm part of this team now, I'm on the roster, I'm gonna feel great. But you know, at the same time, I'm gonna know that's just the beginning of my work because they brought me here. They're keeping me around, so they obviously expect a lot out of me. So at that point, you know, I'm gonna realize, hey, I gotta turn it up. You know, it's not time to relax, it's time to turn it up.
It still hasn't hit me yet, but you know, it's definitely a different scenario when you're out here on your own without your parents or family or people that support you around, and so it's different to get out here and really make a new life for yourself.
Okay, in the front row, let's put our hands together. All right, here we go.
Those are the guys that you have to trust. After that is, okay, look, let me pull you up under my wing because this is what I need, this is what you need to know to get us to another championship. Nothing else. All we need to do is bring you along because once that 53 hits the table, once we step there for that team picture, that's the road to the Super Bowl.
Time to go to war. This is the real deal. The bullets fly. No more pretend.
Something I can't even explain to somebody. It's just a high a natural high that you just get that you just want again. I mean, it's sort of like a junkie, man. I want it. I want to win. I want to put it in everybody's face again. I want to get to the Super Bowl. If we don't win the Super Bowl, this year's a failure. We want it again.
You're mindful of what you've come through. Even though it's a beginning of sorts for the season, you've already physically, emotionally gone through a great deal. You respect what this group represents. As a coach, you recognize my future really is in the hands of these young men. That as I turn around and I look at this quasi-family, both old and young, it is a rite of passage. It's a graduation ceremony per se, and these guys I think recognize that, but they can certainly take comfort, take a great deal of pride that they have graduated from the School of Hard Knocks, that they are part of a National Football League roster, and that the future is very bright for them.
1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. Thanks, guys.